Welcome back. Last time we made it through the abandoned mines, made some new weapons. Today we're going to continue on to the next workshop and then go beyond. But first, buffing, because that's just what is done. This fellow, almost all the times I've ever dealt with him, usually just casts Aqua Blast. Today he decided to just be contrary. If I was so inclined, I should have cast Magic Ward, but I was impatient. Mercifully, after he took his lumps with the debuffs, he's not that dangerous. Unlike the last workshop that I gained the access to by going into that Undercity, this one is open 24/7. However, it only works with silver and Damascus, which we have not yet had the pleasure of working with Damascus yet. Here I was just looking for something else to toss onto that, my undead killer. And unfortunately, that's really the only thing that I can do well with at the moment. Anyway, this playthrough has been done for quite some time, but the comments were delayed because I had to go on a business trip. And while I didn't go to France, I did end up going to Europe, and this does look kind of like an old city type of location for where I was. Cobblestone streets, narrow corridors, just some random dead ends and things like that. I guess quaint would be a word to use for that. Critical hits are so delicious. New enemies, Quicksilvers. As you can see, they're kind of quick because of the low accuracy, but not really too difficult. Evil type enemies, evil marionettes rather than just evil Chucky dolls or anything. But like Chucky, they have an affinity with knives. Time to get ready for a beast. Not just any beast, but a mid-boss beast. And this area is probably the most concentration outside of the catacombs and the sanctum type area for bosses and mid-bosses. Absolutely have magic ward for this jerk. Although it didn't matter for this because I just completely curb stomp him. But if I gave him half a chance, he could really ruin your day. That was a harpy, by the way. And he finally gives me the strength buff. Splendid. Now time to switch it up to the evil weapon. Now let's take this for a spin. No longer do I have to be annoyed at its degenerate. Now the harpy was just a mid-boss. Here's a real thing, a lich. Teleporting jerk. And like most liches in Square games, is a magical type of enemy. Didn't really feel like face tanking a magic spell there, so drew him over, and it's already over. So, just like the ghost, and its general tactic is kite you into him, blast a magic spell in their face, rinse and repeat, teleport away before you had a chance to get in, but didn't work for him. Now that's a nice thing to learn. Circles of magic are also known as save points. Can't use it unless you're on a save point. So it's not completely broken. That being said though, like the Harpy, you really want Magic Ward up for Liches. Because they can, if so inclined, ruin your day with magic. So you can see there's a little placard on the door, so we can't progress beyond there for now. And as I said, and as you can foretell, something is in here that I don't want to casting spells. In this case, it's a Lich. And despite the title of the room, weapons are absolutely allowed and encouraged. It's not like Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced or anything, where you get soccer penalties and things. Obviously, I wasn't in Europe long enough to actually call it football. In Europe long enough to see that, see a newspaper, well, 3 newspapers leading with the headline on the front page of some soccer guy being traded or signing up with some other football club. Ah, crap, I just said football. The mojito is a very nice thing to have, since I got that lucky Shamsir drop before. Even though it's bronze, I don't care. I'll make it into steel. And the Iron Key had instant payback, or payoff. The Iron Key is one of the last few things that I need to have before we can begin the end game. Got a little bit reckless here and decided that I don't really care about using Magic Ward on this guy. And it doesn't really matter. And as you can see, they come up with a frequent source of cure or curse curing items. Switching to a rapier with wind affinity. The Agali's chain is a very good boost to evil affinity. Okay, why do I do that? Oh, yes, that's right. I was going to try and be cute with this, even though it was a grave mistake. Third boss. The third type of hollowed armor enemy. And aside from the generic zombie types, I think this is the most reskinned class of enemy. Most other things aside from, you know, zombies, ghouls, armored zombie, night zombie, things like that. This there are 4 of them by the end of the game. The arms are slightly susceptible to chaining, but not really necessary. You can silence this guy and prevent him from doing some obnoxious things. And that's why I was going to be cute and use the silencing chain ability, but like all other hollow armors, it's quite resistant to it. Well, resistant to chain attacks. And like all the other boss enemies in this area, a complete and total chump. I'm just casting this because, well, I don't want it cluttering up my inventory longer than necessary. Anyway, time to completely ignore my advice again. And forget that I have a useless chain ability attached to my hand. It's also time for me to just have to deal with ridiculous odds and constantly whiffing on attacks, even though I'm not that bad off. And this is why you want Magic Ward up. Banish is instant death. Mercifully, I avoided it. My heart was in my chest at that point. I decided, just for that extra precaution, that I wanted to debuff his intellect. Just in case I have my pants down again, I don't want him to have any better odds at killing me. And here's why this jerk drops curse curing items, because he can apply curse. And as I mentioned before, curse is agility, strength, and intelligence debuffs all rolled into one. Thanks, jerk. I'm just looking at this now, and I don't believe I've ever seen the fact that he has little wispy feathers coming out of his back. Also, his belly face opens its eyes when he tries to kill you. Oh well, at least that jerk dispelled magic ward so I could cure myself. And again, this is why you want to have magic ward up for jerks like this. Pain. And I really need to stop doing that. For some reason he doesn't teleport away. Until now. And at this point I'm just... yeah. That's why you don't do debuffs or status ailments with chain abilities, because they're not doing damage. This is a nice beast boosting accessory. Mud Bones is the opposite of Invigorate. Nice to have. Proving once again that I'm bad at this game and just don't really give a crap about traps. I'm just not interested in this. And a little lesson for you, even though this magic spell is targeting another person, it still counts as an effect on you as well. And I'm just not interested in dealing with those jerks. I just want to go home. Another Dark Elemental. And I'm just not having any of this. So, now that I realize I just don't really feel like fighting him, applied that intelligence debuff just so I can take a little bit less damage as I turn tail and flee. We're back in the city walls. Made by the guy who makes the chicken at the shitty walk. Thank you, barbarians! You cannot run away from me. You think chain evasion is going to help you. It will not. Anyway, can't get it through this door yet. There will be a couple videos until I do. But this is one of the last things getting in the way of the end game. Anyway, now that I have access to a save point, I can show off teleport. We're here, so each casting of teleport will cost at least 15 magic points, plus 4 magic points per distance away. With Bandit's Hollow being in the other direction, so costs a little bit more, but a general rule of thumb is 15 plus some variable. Can't go very far at the moment, but that'll change. See you next time.